Hey, everybody. Hello and welcome. This is Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach. And this is our second meeting that we have is the daily commands. And what we're doing, just very briefly, is here in the TOC Money Mindset Mastery Group, or if you follow me on YouTube, you know that I teach a method called the One Command, and my programs are Commanding Wealth. And so the idea of this is that first, I want to take you through the experience of the commands. And as you start having a daily practice, you're going to learn how to apply it. So this is to help you get a daily, start a daily practice to add to your meditation or in your way of thinking things, to add the one command. And as you're adding it, it brings in a new awareness. So let's get started. Today's one commands are about desire. And the quote that best expresses where I'm coming from, and then I want to tell you a real quick story. Men go to greater lengths to avoid what they fear than to obtain what they desire. And that's by the author Dan Brown. And when I was meditating and thinking about these commands and the positioning and what the space I'm holding for you, I thought, well, what do I want to say about desire? And the memory, what came up that sparked for me was many years ago. I mean, this would be like late 80s, back in the olden days, in the teens, right? I was the one who had to state the rules, enforce the rules, and I negotiated with all the tenants. And if there was a problem, they would come in and talk to me, and I would let them know what the rules are and what I can do in alignment with those rules. And one day a lady came in and she was being really insistent, and I finally called my supervisor, and this is before the age of Karens, and she was really just giving me a lot of trouble. And I called my supervisor thinking, I'm telling a parent, I'm telling my boss, I'm telling on you. And I was going, how do I enforce this rule, right? How do I make her do what she's supposed to do? Was really my feeling and my thinking. And my boss said, well, what does she want? And I went, she wants to break the rule. She doesn't. And it was like getting blindsided. And thinking back on that, I realized that was the moment that knowing what people really want and made a difference. And then it took a little while longer for me to realize, hey, there's something I want. I really couldn't quite articulate what my desire was. I only was really clear on what I didn't want. I operated as a rebel. And as a consequence, rules played a really important role in my life. And the fear of getting trampled by the rules, or what if the rules aren't obeyed? Yet my job was always like being the older sister. I have to enforce the rules or I'm going to get punished. And we spend a big portion of our life trying to avoid pain and avoid the things we fear. And in order for you to truly to manifest in your life anything, you have to connect into your desire. If you want to be able to take massive action and stick with it and to be motivated, you've got to tune into your desire. When there are choices in front of you, which there will inevitably be, one that is the path that you've been working on, and the other is one that the world is handing you and says, oh, if you get this, then you can have and you can be and you can do, and then you feel confused, is going to be your desire that is going to be your guide. Someone once said to me that desire, the root of it means of the Father. So this is actually something from our own greater intelligence that's wanting to be expressed through you. Asara, love, joy, in her book, The One Command, and in many of her teachings, says it is our hopes, wishes, and desires that give us the clues of our greatness and our potential. And then my add on to that was, and it is our fears and our doubts that tell us what we really believe about who we are. And so, what we're going to be commanding on today is on desire. Now, the one command format is this: I don't know how, I only know it is so now, and I am fulfilled. So, we're going to start with I don't know how I connect to my true desire. I only know I am living, moving, and breathing in alignment with my heart's desire. That's going to be the command. That's a pretty big one. Okay, so let's go with that. But before we start, think about your desire. Are you getting what you want? Are you going after what you truly want? Or are you doing all this stuff in order to get? It's a very different thing, because people very often will say, well, I have to make all this money. I have to do all this stuff. And you go, why? Well, if I don't, then I'll die. Well, of course, you're still going to take care of yourself. You will still be responsible. But what would it be like if you weren't doing it from a state of fear? What would it be like if, even going to a job that may not be the best job in the world, what if you could attune to your desire, which is what I had to do? What was the key piece in me breaking out of the apartment industry after struggling to get out for so many years and go into my own business. When I started tuning in to desire and honoring it and letting the desire be my guide, that took me away from ego. It took me away from everything I have to do, and it made things a lot simpler. So think about what you desire. Now, you may want a lot of money, but why do you want the money? What will you be able to have, be, or do as a result? What's on the other side of getting the money? What's on the other side of the relationship that you're seeking? What's the other side of the weight loss that you want, or whatever, is what you will be able to have, do, or be as a result. And that's where we want to focus, not on the obstacle, but on the desired outcome. Then what will happen? The money will happen. Your habits will start aligning to that. You'll start naturally um, gravitating towards certain situations. It's amazing. But it helps to have a before and after when you're thinking about your commands, so you can check in, because our emotions, our feeling state is our guide. Our feeling state directs our thinking state. Our thinking state influences our feeling state. But if you tune into that feeling first, and who you want to be, how you want to be, and how would you know? Through our feelings. It would feel good. You'd feel at peace. You'd feel at ease. Okay. You may also become aware that of all the ways that you were trained to ignore your desires or to deny them, and you're used to telling yourself no. I'm feeling a lot of things come up for you right now. That's okay. We're going to go through this 6-step process, which is ground, align to your heart. We're going to go to Theta, and I'll direct you to roll your eyes up. We'll do the one command statement. We'll expand out to an idea even greater, and we will start to receive. So go ahead and close your eyes. Just take a couple of breaths. And we're going to ground. Feel your connection to the earth. Picture, visualize, or imagine that from the base of your spine, that you're like a tree, and you have these long roots going down, down, down into the earth. And as you are becoming more aware of your connection to the earth, I want to invite you to become aware of the earth's connection to you. Of just like that tree, of how as the earth supports the tree supports the earth. And you may begin to be aware of energy starting to come up through your feet, into your knees, into your hips, up your spine, your shoulders. Just let yourself be completely supported by the surface that wherever you're resting or sitting right now. I want to invite you to bring your attention to your heart as you're aligning to your heart and the love in your heart. Just let that love become illuminated and let it expand. And in this alignment, it's what you desire is aligning to the truth and essence of you. And what would it be like if the world desired for you what you desired for you? You may not know, but if you did know, how would you know? And just be aware that just in asking that question and in that wondering, the alignment is already beginning. At the top of our head, we have what's known as our crown chakra, and that's our connection to source. Picture, visualize, or imagine that there's a pole of light that is your connection to source. And it's going right down through your body. It's going all the way down to the center of the earth. And as you become more and more aware of this connection to source, just feel your body relaxing and shifting to align to that source. Eyes closed. Very softly roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up through the top of your head and send your consciousness up that pole of light. And the higher you go, the faster you go, and soon you're going out beyond galaxies and whizzing past suns and planets. And soon you find yourself at the velvety black void of space. Break through the darkness into the light of pure, open potential. Eyes are still up. We're going to state the one command. I don't know how I am aligned to my desire, and my desire is aligned to my hopes and goals. I only know my desire is awakened in me now and guiding me, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how to become aware of my own true desire beyond fear, beyond the rules, beyond knowing and not knowing. I only know that I'm having a new awareness and a new conversation with and a new experience of my own true desire. I don't know how to honor the desire within me, the desire that is guiding me and moving me. I don't know how to listen to that rather than my fear. I only know my desire is greater than fear now, and I am fulfilled. And just let all that go. Let your eyes relax. Let that expand out to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. And you may have some other commands come up. Go ahead and state it for yourself. You may say, yeah, I want desire, but I want to know exactly what that desire is. I don't know how to be supported in my desire. I don't know how to create from my desire. I only know I am now. And just as you meet each concern or objection or you need clarification, you just give yourself a moment and speak it. And now just begin to first witness this new energy, this new awareness and understanding about what desire is, how to live with it, how to recognize it, how to put it to work for you. And as you're starting to witness that, then you start to realize that you're in your body and you are receiving a direct download from Source about the truth about desire. It's activating something greater within you. And as this new state of being, of understanding and knowing your desire, let the old ways, let the fear, let all the conditioning start to unwind, unwind, unwind. You are the authority. You are the one who makes the decision. And what would it be like if you were supported in your desire and you had the power and the wherewithal to support other people's desires and still be authentically yourself and be in integrity? Let all that just unwind, unwind, unwind. All those rules you've made about yourself, about, oh, you can't do what you want because then you won't be disciplined. What if it were true that you were even more disciplined because you were respecting and honoring the desire that wants to express through you? Let all that just unwind, unwind, unwind. And then allow these new ideas just to start to rewind and integrate. And what we're talking about is this is literally your master DNA strand that holds all the programming and the morphogenic field that surrounds it, all those stories and those memories and everything through our family programming, everything that we've ever seen, heard, or experienced, everything that is imprinted on us is unwinding, rewinding, and integrating. Now, bringing your attention back to your heart, just do a little internal check-in. As you think about your command, as you think about desire, what do you know that you don't know before? Is your intuition starting to speak to you? Are you getting a new idea? But just tune into your desire. We always invite people to keep a journal so that they can keep track of things. I have a worksheet that's attached in the comment section that you can download and you can keep track of those. And it helps you see what your progress is. And then we always say the 7th step is inspired action. When you get that idea, that inspiration or opportunity, go for it. And in fact, you may have to train yourself in listening to your desires. Like, start out with, hey, do I really want to eat this, or am I just used to eating this food? Is this how I like my home to look? Or am I just tolerating? How much am I tolerating and how much am I allowing? And you'll start noticing you're going to start having new questions. And from that new awareness, start taking action. I just want to let you know that right now, I am accepting new clients, and it all starts with a conversation. And so if you would like to have a discussion about what you desire, what you see as your challenges, and maybe get clarity on what you actually want, and how to deal with the hows, what steps to take, I can help you with the strategic planning too. I hope this has been beneficial. I will be seeing you tomorrow. Until next time, this is Kathryn Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery, everybody. Bye-bye.